My name is Gavin Evans, and this is my review of A Good Person. And this is a movie I've heard nothing about. It came out, nobody talked about it, have heard nothing since. So I went in expecting a very forgettable, very bland, mediocre movie, and I actually liked this movie way more than I thought I would. Now, it's not perfect, it's definitely flawed, I'll get there, but I was still pretty impressed by what we did get. You know, you know what? Let's begin talking about the cast, because the best part of this movie is Florence Pugh, and she's incredible here. Like, no joke, maybe her best performance. I'm not entirely sure. I think she's amazing here, Midsommar, and Fighting with My Family, but I was really impressed by her. Like, I know she's a good actress, but to see her give this movie as much weight as she gives it, I was just wow. Like, she has lots of personality and charisma, but she also has a lot of emotional range, and just she made every moment feel real. And she's surprisingly a very good singer, and I was just honestly like without her, this movie does not work. And she isn't just serviceable, she's fucking excellent. So props to her. You also got Morgan Freeman, who I love as an actor. I think his performance as Red in The Shawshank Redemption is one of the best performances of all time. I think he's wonderful in the Dark Knight trilogy, and he's great in Million Dollar Baby, and he's great in so many movies. I thought he was fine here. When he's trying to be the warm, helpful individual, I think he does a good job with that. But when he has to do more than that and portrays a broken person, I'm not sure he was entirely convincing. Celeste O'Connor. Okay, look, I do not like the character that she plays of Blind. She really annoyed me and got on my nerves. But she gives a good performance. Weak material, but she's good. Molly Shannon, I thought was really bad, which is a real shame because if you ask me who should have won Best Supporting Actress last year, I might have actually said Molly Shannon for Spin Me Round. That is a fantastic comedic performance. But she's not good here. And then you've also got Chinaza Yushi, who I thought did a really good job as well. So the cast, for the most part, really delivers, and I think Zach Braff directs this movie fine enough. It is definitely one of those melodramatic movies that tries a little too hard, but based on the performances and some of the writing, I think the emotion is earned. And like, each character is given depth. There's one event that affects everyone in different ways, and just to see how it's broken everyone in different ways and how they're dealing with it in their own ways, it's just a great movie about overcoming guilt and grief, and I think it does so in a very thoughtful manner. And also trying to find hope when it feels like there's none there. And it's also about taking accountability for your actions and being honest with yourself. And it's just a movie about the human condition, and I just think it does a good job with that. It ended in a way that made me feel good, and I do like lots of this movie, but unfortunately, the movie is 2 hours and like 5 minutes, and it's too long. This movie could have been an hour and 40, absolutely. Just a good chunk of this movie makes it feel like it's dragging. And then the last act of this movie, I get why it goes in the direction it does, but it just became too far-fetched for me. There's a moment when a character grabs a gun, and it just took me out entirely. It just felt very contrived and like it was trying too hard, and yeah, so the last act, it lost me for a bit. and it is too long, but I still recommend this movie. You got yourself a great performance from Florence Pugh. You got yourself a good emotional story about just overcoming grief and trying to do your best, and I thought it did a good job with that. It's not perfect, it's a bit too melodramatic, but I enjoyed it, so I'll give A Good Person a 6 out of 10. I guess you could say A Good Person is a good movie, but what did you think of A Good Person? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, stay tuned for more videos soon, and Gavin out.